Let me explain how to calculate the sample variance and the sample standard deviation of a dataset. Consider the following dataset. How do we calculate the sample variance first? We know the formula s to power 2 equal summation I goes from 1 to n xi minus x bar to power 2 divided by n minus 1. You can write the same formula in this form as well. Let me create a table here. First, I use the first column is for the data. There are 5 data or 5 observations. So you can write x1 to x5. Again, you don't have to arrange your data set in increasing order for this case to find the sample variance. You just use any values for the x1 as you wish, and similarly for the rest of the x's. So next, let me find the um, x bar. Why I need x bar? Because in the next column, I am going to find xi minus x bar. That is the deviation of the mean, right, of each observation. Right. How do we find x bar? We know how to find the x bar. Add the observations and divided by the number of data, which is 5. Then x bar is 14. Then for the first one, x1 minus x bar. How do we find x1 minus x bar? 12 minus 14, right? Similarly, you can find the rest. So, you have a deviation of the mean for each observation. So, could you remember I explained in the last video, sum of the deviation always must be 0. How about here? Negative 2 plus 0 plus 3 plus 2 plus negative 3, that is also 0. Yes, it is true. It is true always, right? So this column, the summation of these entries or numbers must be 0. To find the sample variance, what should be the next? Yes, I create another column here, that is the second power of the deviation. That means xi minus x bar to power 2, right? So the first one, negative 2 to power 2, which is 4. Similarly, you can do the rest of the for the rest of the observations, right? Then we have xi minus x bar to power 2, right? According to the formula, what is the next step? Just add these numbers together and divided by uh, n minus 1, that is 5 minus 1. So sample variance is 6.5. Once we have sample variance, how do we find the sample standard deviation? We know sample standard deviation is, that is S, that is the square root of the sample variance. So sample variance is 6.5, so square root of 6.5 is 2.55. So that is the sample standard deviation. In my next video, I am going to explain more examples.